This one thought has really been kind of gnawing at me lately, and it's the idea that are we watching life more than we're actually living it? Are we becoming spectators more than players in the game of life? And it had me thinking that we have access to so many people's lives, so many human experiences that we can just watch, whether that is people dating each other, people working out and going through transformations, going from fat to fit, doing starting a business and growing that business in real time. We have access more than any other generation, and we consume more than any other generation other people's lives. Think of it like a basketball game. You're an active player on the team, and instead of being on the bench about to sub in, you're in the stands. For what reason? Watching these guys do the same thing that you know you're capable of doing. And it had me thinking that what is the hidden cost of this? If we're always watching other people, and not actually living our own life. If we're watching life more than we're living life, what's the hidden cost? It's experience. Because you know what happens when we look too much outwardly? We don't think as much. We don't experiment. We are way more observant of other people. And we try to always seek out the answers externally via watch a video on it, watch someone else do it, and then we never apply it. If you want to be the great example, is if you're socially awkward and want to improve as a communicator, the way to do it was not to watch a how-to video on some fucking social skills. The way to do it is to go out in real life, have shitty conversations, have really good conversations, have very average conversations, and start to get the reps in the game, the actual game reps, and make adjustments. If you want to build a business, the way to do it's not to just copy the blueprint someone else did. You can use it, but the way to do it's to actually take a risk. And I think we mistake knowledge for progress and we mistake knowing for doing. That's not the case. And the hidden cost of that idea is experiencing. I think we miss out on the point of if we start looking too outwardly and we start to actually become spectators, what I think tends to happen is that we assume everybody else has the answer when a lot of the times the answer can be found from just trying things and experiencing things. And something that sticks out to me that I just realized is that we don't remember typically, at least for me, we don't remember a piece of content that we watch. We remember is stupid conversations we had with a friend or really deep, in-depth conversations or lessons we learned from actual, whether it's from a family member or whatever it is. And that comes from experience, that comes from living life. The beautiful thing about life is that humans need connection. And when we start living our life, we start actually running towards connection versus if we are spectators, we watch somebody else have connection. And it's a very different feeling, I bet you know, versus watching somebody have fun on a screen and actually going out and having fun over here. And one of my favorite people is Anthony Bourdain. Rest in peace, because he was a great guy. But he had a show called Parts Unknown, and basically the gist of the show was he would go to different countries and then try different cultures' food, learn more about the people, the atmosphere. He would just immerse himself in these areas. And my favorite quotes from him is that don't be a tourist, be a traveler. I think it's the other way. Be a traveler, not a tourist. That's his quote. But what that means to me is wonder, be on the go. Don't be afraid to have a bad meal. Don't be he said this too. I'm repeating him on this. Don't be afraid to have a bad meal. Don't be afraid to have a good meal. Don't be afraid to have a conversation. Same can be applied to living your life. Don't be afraid to go through don't be afraid to have a bad relationship to find a good one. Don't be afraid to have an awkward conversation to find one that flows. And everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of the fear of having bad experiences, awkward experiences. And when you break that wall down, that is when you start to live your life. Before I let you go, I want to leave you with think about something that's truly resonated with you, and then think about the source of that. Was it a video? Was it a person? Was it a conversation? And if the answer is conversation from a real human being, my challenge to you, or what I challenge you to do, is to go seek more of those out because the whole purpose of life is to learn, grow, and experience. So I will see you next week. Thank you for listening.